Round 1. JDun versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show Get 'em to the Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. We gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. That's Joy.
Hey, y'all.
Over
Hey,
there.
y'all.
It's me.
JDun.
It's me right here. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. He got the
Gotta get 'em
ASMR.
to
Metaverse.
the Metaverse.
Hey, hold up. Hey, y'all know, got the vibes in the building. But first of all, how you feeling, JoyReign?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Get 'em to the Metaverse. It has been so long, it feels like, but we have so much to talk about. Before we get into all of that, how are you feeling, JDun?
I'm feeling real good.
Okay.
Real good.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Because I feel the feelings in the building. I got that Michael Jackson feeling.
I can't.
We feeling right now, feeling. Listen, y'all don't understand, man. This is the most littiest Metaverse podcast ever.
Yep.
This is Get 'em to the Metaverse. Well, we make the extraordinary Metaverse an ordinary part of life.
Yes.
With the lovely, gorgeous, amazing JoyReign and your boy
Handsome
JDun.
JDun.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to have the vibes. You got to have the vibe. And how could you not have vibes when you got an amazing audience like this? We got more VR in the building.
Welcome.
Hardy West saying, hey. We appreciate you,
Hardy.
bro. Alex say, got the vibes in the building. Got the vibes. IT Trey say, fire. We appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Come in. DC Creation says, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? It's got to be hype, man. It's got to be hype, man.
That's the only way we roll. Like,
It's Get 'em to the freaking metaverse, okay? All right, it's get them to the metaverse, man. So, Joy, this show is going to be incredible, okay?
It is.
Because we are hyped, we are ready, and as always, we got so much to talk about. So let's get into this week's breaking news. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it right now. All right, so
You got quiet all of a sudden.
look.
Like, what is going on?
I was like, well, so okay. First of all, we're just happy to be back, y'all. It's been so many things going on in the world.
From
We're
the
just
last time that
thankful.
we've been here.
Yeah, it's been so many things going on. So just we want to get into this week's breaking news. We got so much other things to talk about. So let's do this first. Let's talk about V59 update that dropped for the Quest platform. Okay, so if you've been under a rock in VR, don't do that no more because you're hurting yourself. Okay.
Absolutely.
There is a new update that is rolling out now for the Quest platform, V59. Can you imagine? Hold on, Joy. Let's go back. We've had the Quest 2 since day one. You know how many updates we've seen on the Quest
I
platform?
was just about to say that. I'm like applauding to Meta for updating this Quest over
Yes.
and over again. Because listen, if we was just on update version 20,
Come on.
we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have anything to talk about. We'd be like, yeah, it's the same old, y'all.
I mean, there are some phones and stuff out there that's still on, 17s and 16s and 12s and 14s. But, we gonna just leave that there. We just gonna leave that there. But so the update V59 dropped something that is great for content creators. We got a chance to test this, Joy, a few months ago. And this YouTube live chat finally built into the OS, you can finally do some forms of live streaming from the Quest straight to YouTube. And so now you have this option to pin the chat window to a certain area in your Quest and be casting your gameplay to the screen. Joy, we tested this out. What did you think about this?
It is incredible. Like we definitely gonna have to try it with get them to the metaverse. Have our headsets on and be like,
you're touching on season 2. You're touching on.
Don't be surprised.
Y'all she's touching on season 2. We might be like our avatars be in the room that we in right now. You never know. You never know. It's gonna be crazy. So that's not the only thing they added. They also added something really cool, and it's starting to show up in different applications, and that's the new chat system. Now you might say, well, we've had chats in Quest headsets for about since the Quest came out, right? But now you have the emojis, you have your avatar emojis in there, you have your avatar stickers, you have a whole lot of great little features in there, but now it's universal through certain apps. So Horizon, for instance, just updated to allow you to bring the chat window up and chat with people while you're in Horizon, which I think is actually really, really cool. Now, it still kind of kicks you out of the app, sort of. It's like kind of like it lets the one app be in the foreground and one app be in the background. But I'm seeing this as a path, especially with Quest 3's more power, that we might be able to start like texting people while we're actually in other apps. And I think that's going to be really, really cool to see. What do you think about this, Joy?
I absolutely love that they're giving us an opportunity to connect with people even on a deeper level than being in VR. But like, if you have to have the side conversation and whatnot like that, that is so cool. And I absolutely love that they're making us like having the ability to connect more. That's
and that's what VR is supposed to be about. And you would think, bringing this social media, company that does it, that would be a lot more easier. So I'm glad to see, hats off to Meta again for adding more functionality. I like what Alex said here. He said Quest headsets practically become new devices by the end of their life cycles. Like, it's been, and the Quest 2 is still getting updates. Okay.
Yeah. All those people that have those Quest 2s and haven't upgraded to the Quest 3, you're still getting all of these abilities. So it's incredible.
Absolutely. We got Fox You Chilla in the bit. Chahaya. What? I can't even say it. How do you say it? Fox You Chahaya. I'm gonna call you Fox Chaya. Just gonna call you Fox.
Hey there.
Hello. He said that's fired. Appreciate you, fail. Look, man, I love your streams, by the way. I love your content. Incredible content, man. So this is the part that I wanted to get into next, because as we talk about Quest, a lot of times we are Quest lovers. People like, y'all love the Quest. Well, we talk about all things that's happening on internet space. And so Apple is going to be doing some really cool things that's trying to assist with mental health, which is an area that, me and you care deeply about.
Yes.
And they're going to be using some things with full body tracking and using this XR headset as a way to be able to help battle different diseases, different situations in people's lives. And it takes me to a place of thinking about these accessibility features. I actually just saw
Mm-hmm.
an incredible video by Meta where they shared someone who has to be in a wheelchair at all times and is disabled and are able to use. He said, "I've never been able to take a video of my wife, a picture of my wife." Because I can't, use a camera. I can't hold the camera. There's no way to do it. And then with voice commands, the phone would have to be sitting in a tripod, and I don't have no way to actually
Yeah.
maneuver it. He said, with these Ray-Ban Meta glasses, I'm able to say, "Hey, Meta, take this picture." It takes the picture, and now he's, for the first time in his entire marriage career, he's
Oh.
able to take pictures of his wife. It was an incredible video. I thought it was super sweet, and it was so. It just shows how this technology, this XR technology that people think is all creepy for some reasons, for their own reasons. It's something that they're going to be able to do. That's
It's
great.
changing lives. It's
Yes.
having a bigger impact on people, and I think a lot of people get scared of it because people take it to the extreme. But if you use it for practical ways and think about the people that don't have the functionality that you do, that we may take for granted every single day, for them to be
Yeah.
able to have those opportunities, that's incredible.
Yeah. And look, man, I don't know my brother over here speaking in another language. He said, "Uchaha." Okay, so
Oh,
it's
he
Fox
was giving
Uchala.
he was giving the pronunciation
Fox
of his
Uchala.
name.
Okay. Like, I'm gonna call you Uchala. Okay. Super happy you finally called the live. We appreciate you catching the live, man. And yes,
Yes, thank you.
it is absolutely dope. It really, really is. So Apple is doing some incredible things. I'm excited, Joy. The Apple
Listen,
Vision
okay,
Pro. Okay. Oh, here she go. Here she go, y'all. Here she go. Here she go.
because I have high expectations for Apple.
Ooh,
But
Lord.
let me tell you, they keep on adding more and more stuff that they say they're going to do without
Come on.
having the actual headset come out yet.
Come on.
So we
But
just adding on the list. If it is not up to par, if it's not, we dragging. I'm just saying it
look,
because
look.
they are building up this anticipation, and I know everything that Apple does is with the level of excellence and
Yeah.
whatnot. But come on.
I mean, look. Okay. There is something we know that works. And Hardy said it right here. Spade saves. Okay. Hardy World Spade saves. If you've not gone into Horizon Worlds and checked out the Black Spades Hall or other Spades
incredible.
games, it's the best games in Horizon for us. It's incredible. You got to check it out. It's really, really dope. So shout out to Hardy talking about Spade saves lives. Okay. All right. Now here's as we go deeper into the news here. And I'm just enjoying this. I miss doing this show with y'all. I'm so glad y'all here. We appreciate y'all. We want to talk about Snapdragon, which absolutely is the lifeblood of all things VR. Okay, all things XR,
yeah.
like they are like the champions because they're literally in every single XR device except for Apple. And they took that, how that Jordan GIF where they were like, we took that personally. They decided they had a Snapdragon Summit last week in Hawaii. A little sad. We didn't get a chance to make it out, but we did have some other cool stuff that was going on. But they dropped some incredible information about the the X Elite chip that's going to be going into their new mobile phones as well as into computers. And it was on par with what the M2 Pro can do, the M2 can do in the Max. And the Max are like super fast, super incredible. And they were basically saying, oh, we trumping that, we killing that. And then here come Apple this week with
the
M3, scary fast thing with the M3, the M3 Pro, the M3 Max, and just completely demolishing stuff again. But the reason why this is really important is because this chip, being as fast as the M2 or M2 Pro, which is going to be the chip that is inside of the Vision Pro, now Qualcomm has a chip that is pro level for the next types of XR devices, like maybe, fingers crossed, a Quest Pro 2. Hopefully in the
We shall
future.
see.
Yeah. Like that's one of the things I'm like, come on
Look,
now.
speculation,
Yeah.
all
So
that. We don't
hopefully,
know.
but we do know that Samsung and Google is working on some things. We do know that Qualcomm is going to be announcing a new XR chip, supposedly, maybe, possibly the XR3, the XR, not XR2 Gen 3, but maybe a XR3 chip that's going to be happening next year. So we're looking forward to what they're going to announce and what they're going to say about that. What do you have to say about
And
that, Joy?
more power to all of these devices. And the better the chip, the better the functionality and all of the software that can be uploaded onto these devices. So
Absolutely.
let's go. I cannot
Okay.
wait. I want them to push it to the limit.
See, that's
Rick
why I'm
Ross
here.
style.
Rick Ross style. Okay, okay. I love that.
Push it
Look,
to the
like
limit.
this is why I love her. This is why I love her, y'all. I love that. I love that. So Snapdragon, shout out to you guys. We're excited to see what's coming. We know they're powering the new Wave bands that just came out. They're powering, of course, the Quest 3. So like I said, they're doing some incredible things, and I can't wait to see what comes next year. Last bit of news is another competitor, another person that's entering the ring. You know, as we talk about mixed reality and some of the functionality that people are falling in love with, is the simplicity of just watching content on a big screen. And so some people be like, well, I don't really need a Quest. Maybe the Quest is a little bit too, big for them, or it looks a little bit too nerdish for them. So they're looking at these glasses types things. So these are not like the Ray-Bans. These actually have a display in them. And this is the new Air 2s from X-Real. Me and Joy both have a pair of X-Real glasses. They used to be called In-Real. And we
Yeah.
love those glasses. They're really great. Well, these take it to another level with a level of precision and quality with the displays that we haven't seen in a glasses form yet. The big change, though, is in the Air 2 Pros that literally. So, okay, Joy, picture this.
Okay.
You
Okay.
you got these clear frames, right? And so we've done this. We've went through this where we were on an airplane. I'm watching it, and it's see-through. So unless you have a really dark room you're in, it's kind of, if you're like looking at straight up sunlight, it's gonna be very hard to see a display that's in front of you digitally because the sun is beaming straight in. So normally you
Yeah.
have to put on these extra little plastic doohickeys, I'm gonna call them doohickeys, over your X-Real glasses, and then it'll cover them so that you can kind of see a black screen and then see a big display. Well,
Okay.
the pros have automatic dimming in them to where the screens on the actual glasses can dim four
Oh,
different
it's
shades,
kind of like the transition
like a
lenses.
transition lens, but instead
Yeah.
it's actually transitioned like robotically to a certain area so where you can actually have it come down and that you can still see through them, but it's much darker so that you can see the display. I thought like that is
Oh, that's pretty cool.
really impressive. And with these glasses as well, you can plug them into a Mac and have three screens. You can plug them into a Windows computer, have three screens. So yes, it's basically like a Quest. When it comes down to that, it can't do like all the other apps and applications and games, but it's really good for just having a mobile display with you everywhere you go. So
Yes, great for planes.
great for
for those
planes.
long plane rides.
Absolutely. So I don't know, Joy. It may not be something that I'm like going to run out and get. Eric, for real, if you want to send us a couple pairs, we're not gonna be mad. We not gonna be mad. But like it because we already have these, and we have the Quest 3s, and we got the Quest Pros, and we got the Quest 2s. It's kind of like, do we really need these two? And we don't care how we look with the Quest 3. We're happy. We're not worried about that at all. So that's our particular news. Let's get into these apps, and I'm gonna have fun with this because Joy, what is your okay, y'all? Let's set this up. If you haven't watched her YouTube video that dropped today, you're sleeping. You're sleeping. But she made a game that is extremely relaxing, and literally you could technically fall asleep playing. She made it like entertaining. So what is your app today that you want to talk about? What's your app?
The Power Washer Simulator VR.
Oh,
I
tell me
had
about it.
so much fun
Mhm.
playing this game. Like, okay, so I am irritated when stuff is dirty. and so I have to clean it, and that's the object of this game, is to clean dirty stuff. And let me tell you, some of the stuff that they have dirty, I'm like, I cannot believe this. It was like my OCD was kicking in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to clean this.
Y'all should have
Look.
listen. But this is the part that gets me about the game. She started playing it. The first time she played it, the first time she picked it up, I think she might have started like at 8:45. It was 10. Her quest 3 was about to die. And she was still in there working like, I gotta finish this house. I'm like, bro.
It was bothering me. I was like, I had to finish the doggone house. First of all, if
on
you
the
let
clock.
your house be like that.
She was on the clock, y'all. Like, it was a job. She's like, I can't come to bed. I got to finish this house. They gonna be paying me $175. I'm like, $175. You've been working 2 hours. But it is very relaxing. I will say I picked it up myself and I played it for her. The funny thing is, I only knew she played it that long because I was in the headset playing in my room that exact long time. So like, literally was something that was extremely powerful. So,
but the thing about it is that it's just not like, oh, you could just wash stuff. It's like you have to get into the nooks and crannies of the stuff, and if you don't clean it, you don't get to move on. So it's like you have to find where you missed it. So if you're a person that is detail oriented, this is a perfect game for you. If you are not, you will be very aggravated because you're going to be like, I thought I cleaned this. Where do I go? And you have to get down and get up, and it's a lot, but it's fun.
Y'all, so you gotta go when this podcast is over. Go check out the YouTube video with Joy. She was talking up. Alex VR was in the live stream when we was playing it. She was talking up a storm, letting y'all know how she could not stand these dirty houses. There was even a mention about Katrina from New Orleans. She was like, "What is going on?" But it is very entertaining, and it's a lot of hours of stuff in it. And I'm hoping some DLC, because this game is actually known for having some really epic DLC, and I think there was promises that there'll be more packs coming soon. So that's gonna be really cool.
And for the people who don't know what DLC is, please let them know.
Downloadable content. So it means that you're gonna be able to download some new cool stuff for this particular game. So that's Joy's game. All right, now you know.
Yep, that's my game.
It's her game. Now,
Of the week.
if you haven't been paying attention to our social medias and under a rock, I keep telling y'all, get from under these rocks. We got a chance to go out and play an incredible game last week at an exclusive cool party that Meta Quest sent us out for. So once again, thank you, Meta, for that opportunity.
Thanks,
we got
Meta.
a chance to become Ghostbusters. Okay, now,
Yeah.
let me set this up. This game, before we had like this week, we got a chance to play a little bit more this week, but last week all we did was play multiplayer. So all we did was get in after doing some mixed reality stuff with the big marshmallow guy. We got in our headsets and played with some incredible influencers, and it was so much fun. Like legitimate busting ghosts with two other, like it was me and Joy and two other people. We were having a blast because, you know, if you a little bit, even though this game is not scary in the slightest, it's not,
but they pop out of places. You're like, what in the world?
They do pop out at you, and then sometimes they stubborn. Sometimes they just do not want to go in that trap. You got to work this game,
Yes,
okay? But it's so much fun, and then we had fun. Like we were playing with people who wasn't really into VR a lot. So for them, it was like, oh my god, like the ghost is coming in my face, and the beams are going everywhere, and we like, calm down, get the ghost. It was a lot of fun. So we had a lot of fun. I think it's great. If I was to say who is this game for, I think a family of 4, like a family with kids who got quests, you know, as long as they're the proper age, man, this is a great game just to go and play. Friends,
this game is 13 plus.
If you grew up watching Ghostbusters, you get to become a Ghostbuster. You get the proton pack, you got all the different accessories and tools, and it doesn't follow the movies per se, but there are some shout outs in there, and there's some cool stuff that you can get and you can upgrade. And I just saw today they're gonna be dropping 2 new modes for free as DLC
Okay.
coming real soon. That's downloadable content for those who don't know. Thank you, Joy, for making sure we always make sure people know what we're talking about.
Yes.
So had a ton of fun with it, and me and Joy would like to play with the audience. So if you guys are into Ghostbusters and you've got a chance to download it, or you're going to download it, let us know. Send us some comments below. Send us some comments in the chat. We'll add y'all to the list. We got to get in
We're
there
gonna
and
bust some ghosts with
bust
y'all.
some ghosts, y'all. We're going to bust some ghosts with y'all, okay? Now, this last one. There was a bunch of games we could have talked about for new releases this week. But I'm going to give y'all a story. In fact, I'm going to put the camera on me.
Oh my gosh.
It's very rare that the camera comes on me. Let me tell you why this particular game came up. So my lovely wife, we're coming back from from a trip, from a work trip, last week from California. She wants to relax. She's like, babe, I really just want to watch TV with you. And there's this show that I'm falling deeply in love with. And I'm like, you know what, baby? All right, let's watch this show that you absolutely love, right? And so she turns on the Hulu and go to this show called The Golden Bachelor. Okay?
Yes.
All right, The Golden freaking Bachelor. All right, now I don't watch The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, The Youth Bachelor, or nothing. Okay, I don't assign myself to regular TV in the first place. But Joy decided, let me put it on both of us now because I want y'all to see her face. Joy was like, we gotta watch this. So I'm sitting there, I'm halfway asleep, halfway tired. But this show comes on, and this older guy, almost close to, he's in his 70s. Well, all these women who are courting with him, that's in their mid 60s, 50 plus age, and they're all trying to capture this man's attention. Okay, and so I'm like just in awe of these older women who are still trying to get their freak on with this guy, right? And we get to a whole episode. So your boy up. I'm ready for the next episode. I'm like, all right, this ain't too bad. This ain't too bad. The next episode for his group date with 8 other women, was none other than, you ready? Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Okay. So I'm like, bruh, pickleball, which is a big sport that's growing right now, especially with the elderly. Well, perfect timing. Pickleball 1.
There you go.
Just came out on the MetaQuest store, and I'm forcing me and Joy to do a VR date night. So you guys are gonna get a treat. We're gonna be playing VR date night against another couple with Pickleball 1. All right. Look. Alex says, not gonna lie, the Golden Bachelor grosses me out, bro. Like it is something else, y'all. It is absolutely something else. Okay, but Pickleball. So supposedly it's really fun. I know one of our favorite publishers for VR is oh goodness, I almost said it wrong. Resolution Games, and they have an incredible game coming out soon called Racket Club, and I am super excited about that. So it's kind of like pickleball-esque, tennis-esque, ping-pong-esque. It's got a lot of different esque to it, but it's very similar to pickleball and things like that. So I'm excited to see it. So she didn't even realize she signed us up to play pickleball. So when you guys watch that episode, you're gonna know why. And we're gonna put a Golden Bachelor. We might even take a screenshot from there to make it our thumbnail because that was the inspiration. So you guys go out. The game, I believe, is $24.99. That's right, it's not cheap. You go out and get Pickleball 1. It is backed by the Golden Bachelor on ABC. All right, yes. Y'all can laugh all y'all want. But y'all gonna see this video. You gonna see this video of me and Joy, okay? Y'all gonna see this video of me and Joy. Listen, I've been enjoying the show so far, Joy. This is
yeah, it's
I miss doing this. We've been traveling a bunch, you guys, and just working the brand, working and trying to preach the good word of XR and VR everywhere we go. But there's something that's happened in the last couple of weeks that's been just incredible, and that's of course the Quest 3 released to everyone.
Yes.
And we spent now what 3-4 weeks with the Quest 3, and we want to talk about one of the most revolutionary things and evolutionary things we've seen with the platform. But first, we want to just kind of dive back into Joy. You've had it for a few weeks.
Hmm.
What is your thoughts? We know what your first impressions were. Now that you've kind of settled in, you've got some accessories, which we're going to talk about some of those in a second. What is like your thoughts around the Quest 3?
Okay, so my thoughts are that, of course, the mixed reality is super, super important to this whole concept of the Quest 3. But I really feel as though with Quest 3, it is pushing us to mix this whole thing that we call reality and mixed reality
Yeah.
together in order for us, like, something's big is coming. I feel it. I feel like something big is coming. It might be the Apple Quest Pro to do this or whatever, but it's something big that's coming that will usher us into the next wave, because it's like it's teetering. It's
I like
teasing
that. I like
us.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's teasing us of what can happen. It's like not augmented, but it's kind of, it's, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I feel it. It's something that's coming that's going to blow us out of the water to where we can do and interact with our physical and not physical.
Yeah,
world.
I have a similar thought. I love that you said it's we use that term mixed reality a bunch, but
Yeah.
it really is the first device that's forcing us to want to bring in, I guess because the pastor is
Yeah.
better, is forcing us to begin to think
Yeah.
about what does our world look like with holograms. Zuck is
Yeah, that
very,
part.
very he at Connect this year, he kept using the word holograms. Like he in every interview he's been using lately,
Hmm.
he's been mentioning the word holograms. Like we got to get out of this virtual or digital, and it's more like holograms is something is like it's there but it's not
But it's
there.
not there.
And
Yeah.
so we're beginning to see developers, we're beginning to see enthusiasts do things with this device that I don't even think. In fact, Marcus quoted. He was on an interview recently where they was asking, like, about, they call them. Originally it was called glass holes. It was people who used Google Glass way back in the day and would walk
Hmm.
around with this little glass in front of their face, and they called them glass holes. But now they're calling them like meta holes or those things like that. Like, I know it sounds funny, but it's people who are walking into stores, walking around. Our boy Turbo, shout out to Turbo
Yeah.
and Team
Shout out to
Infinite.
Turbo.
He's been
Yeah.
going viral, just showing people how he's been walking around with the Quest 3 in the mall. He's been walking into stores. He's been showing people how he's able to multitask with it. And people are beginning to see. We haven't seen the Quest 2, like when the Quest 2 launched, it was really gaming. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, I'm in the game. Now
Yeah.
the game is in my house. Now
Yeah.
that's like the market. If you really can pay attention to it, and like you said, Joy, I don't know if it's the Vision Pro. I don't know if it's some unreleased
Something
headset
else.
coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a software update for the Quest that's looming, that's going to unlock another level. We know augments are coming to the Quest
Hmm.
platform next year, or they said either next year, or early next year, or late this year. And so I'm really excited to see where that's going to go. And we got a whole section about mixed reality. But the other part of the Quest 3, now that we've had it for a few weeks, what's your favorite accessory that you had for the Quest 3?
So I love a good headset. As you can see, I have my button up here, and with the other straps, it has that strap that runs right here, and it makes me so mad that I have to take my hair down and have to always just wear my hair down. But with
Yes.
the Bobo in those that I take the little piece off, I can just put my headset on, and I still can wear a top button. So it's kind of
Yes.
superficial, but it matters to me because I hate having to take my hair down in order to put on my Quest.
So you're talking about this
Yes,
Bobo?
that
Doo-doo-doo.
one.
So
Yes, that
shout
one.
out to Bobo, man. They were gracious enough to send us one of these, and I'm super excited about. Hadn't even unboxed it yet. I've been having delayed gratification because this to me, I know I saw a few people recently talk about. I want to say it was from Let's Talk Oculus. One of our friends from that podcast was talking about how this wasn't like they didn't enjoy the fit of this. Some people just really like the Elite strap. But we've had the Bobo straps on all of our Quest devices. It's just been the most comfortable, and the reason why I'm extremely excited about this particular one for the Quest 3 is because I can finally wear the Quest 3 without a facial interface. I can yank that facial interface out of there, and I can treat it like a Quest Pro, and that's the reason why I wanted this in the first place. That's the main objective. And another cool thing that we accessorize our Quest with, shout out to AMVR, they sent us over some really cool grips that we're going to be using. We hadn't had a chance to unbox these either, but we're going to be using these and comparing them to the official MetaQuest ones as well. So really, really excited about having these. And thank you once again, AMVR, for sending this, and Bobo for sending those our way as well.
And I just cannot stress enough, because
come on,
my girls and some of my guys who have big hair don't care. Listen, those straps that run in the middle, it doesn't work. And I used to get the Velcro. It used to get stuck on my hair. You remember?
Yeah,
JDun?
she had an issue.
Oh
we
my gosh.
got the Elite straps in, and we were doing a shoot for something, and she was putting it on, and it got stuck on her hair, and she didn't realize that she was picking it off, and it just like ripped out, and it was like, okay, we can't do those anymore. So there's some really good head straps coming out. There's some really good accessories. You know what we're missing? And this was once again not sponsored. We are not sponsored. So the only reason why we wanted to show these is because we want to let you guys know we do have some videos coming where we're going to be talking about some of the accessories that we've been getting, so that we can have some time to test them. We don't believe in just unboxing and then put it on video and be like, all right, it's cool, great, thank you. We want to take it for a spin first.
We want to tell you the truth.
We want to tell you the truth.
Exactly, because listen, those straps, I don't even, what is it called? The ones in the middle, that
the Elite strap with the Elite strap style. Yeah.
Do not get those. If you have big hair, don't care. Do not get those straps. Get the Bobo one, the one where it's like a halo type of strap, to where you can wear top buns and don't have to worry about Velcro getting stuck on your hair. That's all I have to say.
Look, she gonna preach that. Okay, she gonna preach that for y'all. She's gonna preach that for y'all. But like that's some of the reasons we want to test these thoroughly. We want to get them to get things done, stamp of approval, and whether or not there's something we can vouch for or not. But I really do love the Bobo straps, and I cannot wait to actually get that on. But the last thing I want to ask before we get into the mixed reality portion of our talk is, at the end of the day, what is your biggest gripe there's been for the Quest 3?
I feel as though sometimes I have to go back to my Quest Pro because of the lack of facial tracking. I had to do a tour in the metaverse, and it's very important for those facial expressions to be implemented when I'm giving a tour, especially for people who have never been in VR before. And if I'm just a straight face and they're looking at it, it's kind of like, okay, why does she have an attitude or something like that when I could be smiling? So no, it's nothing like that. But I would love to have the facial tracking in order to be able to do those types of, jobs and whatnot, so people can really see the genuine facial expressions that you have on your face.
For me, it's just gonna be the battery. The battery for me, playing Power Wash Simulator.
Oh God!
Our batteries were dying. Joy's headset died multiple times in the shoot we was doing this week. And it's not for the lack of us not charging the device. It's just that the graphical power, the mixed reality portions, the new Wi-Fi chip, just the OS probably needing to be more optimized. You gotta remember, this thing is still day one. It's still month one. We're not having gotten to a month of this thing yet. It's got a lot of optimizations, and V59 does add a new switch to allow for battery kind of optimization. But what it really does is it turns your Quest 3 into a Quest 2. and we don't want that. It kind of
No,
makes
no.
takes the speed down, takes the 120 hertz down to 90, or I don't think it goes all the way down to 72, but it just turns off a lot of things that makes the Quest 3 so much more powerful and better. So we don't
Yeah.
want to do that. We want to be able to have things like the BOBO, but there's been this battery issue that they've been testing, but I'm been told that we're going to see some Quest updates that's going to allow for better things there. So
Well, that's exciting.
yeah, so that's been my only gripes. But as we get into one of the main reasons we wanted to talk about tonight, we wanted to talk a little bit about mixed reality, because mixed reality literally does change everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a video up, and we got a few videos we're gonna play. Joy, when you see this, what from the display alone, just from what you're seeing, what do you see here? Like, what do you see here? Like, if you didn't know, if you were just watching this video, what does it look like to you?
Okay, so it looks like there is a screen in the middle of a table that's there. It looks like a TV screen.
Okay.
And it's reflecting, the light is reflecting off the table.
Okay, so what is incredibly insane about this is that it's not a TV, it is not a physical screen that's there. This is a digital screen that's being projected via augmented reality from the Quest 3. The Quest 3 is recording it as well. And the actual light from the screen is reflecting. Okay, it's reflecting on
incredible.
the actual table that's there. Now, take a second, y'all, and look at that for a moment. Now, if from the untrained eye, if they even think about if they put a frame around there to look like a TV.
To make it look like a TV. Yeah.
Then you would have thought they're just watching TV. Like, oh man, the Quest 3 mixed reality is incredible. Like, oh my God, look at the camera seeing the TV. That's not how a TV looks when you look through it in mixed reality, okay? But that particular screen looks incredible because it's actually digitally produced in the headset. And that lets you know, and this is the thing, we're month one, barely month one of the Quest 3. And developers are already beginning to make applications that can do this. Now, this is already something that's in development. Let me get the name of the actual application. I know it's Moon VR Player, I believe is the app location that's going to be allowing you to do that. Yeah, it's Moon VR Player that's going to allow you to be able to do this. And it's something that they're building into their app today. And for me, that's huge for immersion, because we were just talking about how they want to bring reality and virtual more to this. You can't really tell the difference. They just meet, and so those are the types of things we want to see. Another thing we were seeing this week that is just media consumption and ways that media can be consumed differently. On this video that we're showing right now, we have a video from Liv that is doing some beta testing on a new way to record VR content. Now, this is a gripe me and Joy have had when we first got the Quest. Like, why when I'm watching a Quest trailer and I'm inside of a VR headset, why is it a flat video? Why am I not seeing it 360? So imagine if you want to play Assassin's Creed and you like, I want to know what Assassin's Creed is like. And when you click on the Assassin's Creed trailer, it's all around you. So you can see what it's like to be inside the game. You can see what it's like from every angle. Well, this is something that Liv is beginning to test and play with. They're doing it with Gorilla Tag and a few other developers, where you'll be able to record gameplay footage on the Quest, on a device, on a computer, and it'll create a 3D scopic view that you can watch back, similar to the Vision Pro new spatial video feature, right? Shout out to Apple again for pushing the envelope once again for users to have more availability and more abilities to do some things. So Liv is going to be doing that, and I actually have beta access, so I'm going to be testing this out. Really excited about that, Joy. What do you think about 360 videos as a whole? We've done a lot of those.
I think that it is incredible. Like, people who have never been in VR, and if they would put that on, the headset on, and to see that, it would be like, okay, let me get into this,
Absolutely.
It makes you realize how the game is before you actually get into it. Like, I wouldn't have to get into it and play it and download it first to see how it is. You already have that preview, and that is incredible.
Yes. My boy said that's insane. It is absolutely insane. And Butter Something, one of my favorite pictures right here. Mixed Reality is a killer app for people that have never tried VR, and that is one of
That
the
is the
most truest things we have seen husbands and wives get into headsets more now because of mixed reality. People have been able to get their spouses, get their friends, get their family more involved in headset because of mixed reality games like BAM and all these other cool things that's been coming out recently. So absolutely something huge that's going to be coming more down the pipeline. Now, fitness is another area where I believe and we believe that mixed reality is going to
Mhm.
change everything. So here is Power Beats. It is basically, I mean this when I say this, it's a supernatural knockoff. It's a supernatural knockoff, but
Call it what it is.
it's no subscription. Okay, so you don't have to pay a subscription monthly. You can upload your own music. It has,
Wow.
oh yeah, it's really, and graphically it's gorgeous. Well, they just dropped a mixed reality update to bring the pass-through
Oh,
window into your room. So while you're actually, doing your boxing and your swinging
wow.
and things like that, and ducking and dodging, you're doing it in your room with a display. And we've been seeing this happen a lot inside of mixed reality apps, like the next one I'm gonna show in a second, where this window shows up in your room, and it's like you're going into another dimension. For our
Yeah.
friend of the podcast, Alex VR, they have a podcast called Between Realities. Well, this is something that's trying to kind of build between realities, and I think it's really huge. And Joy, what do you think about being able to have an application where you can work out and have your person, like the Zumba instructor and things like that, inside the room?
Okay, first I have to go back to the part where you say you can download your own music.
Yes.
What? That is huge in itself
Look,
because
look.
there are a lot of exactly. Yes,
Yes.
that my sentiments exactly. I felt the same way when you said that. You could have stopped right there. That sells me on that app because I have a lot of songs that I would want to work out to, but because they aren't in like Supernatural or something like that, it's like, but
Yeah.
I would absolutely try that for that portion of it. Now, for the portion of having the instructor come in, that's absolutely incredible as well. Not just to be there sometimes, but always be there in there.
Yes.
That's cool.
So we love Supernatural over here. We love Coach Doc. That's like our coach. We've claimed him
Shout out
as our
to Coach
personal
Doc.
coach, Coach Doc. To have Coach, I'm hoping Supernatural is working on an update where we'll begin to have those in there. We do know that Light Sport actually had an update when the Quest 3 dropped, where you can get your workout gear and actually do your lifting your weights and everything, and the person's in there watching you do it. It's really incredible. You have to see this stuff in person. It's like blows my mind that we're getting to the point where we're going to have a full-on gym instructor inside our homes that's just walking around your space, and I think that's just the future
And
of
again,
everything.
for the people who wanted to know what the name of this app is,
Absolutely.
give
Yeah, it's
them.
called Power Beats VR. Power Beats VR. We
We
got
definitely
price.
checking it out.
Look, we got price showing up on on a certain time frame. We ain't gonna talk about it. He said, I need
Hey,
to go ahead and get the new headset. Absolutely, fam. What are you
yes.
doing? Get the Quest 3 and get one for the whole family. You dig? All right. But
Yes.
yes, Power Beats VR. Power Beats VR. Thank you for there. You go. There we go. Power Beats VR is the name of that particular application. Now, as we get into being able to not only have things come into your room, but to actually shift your entire and transform your entire room, you have apps like one of our favorite apps, Figment
Figment.
XR. Okay, now hold on. Now, like,
They've been showing out.
shout out to Javier, and the
Yes.
entire team.
Kudos.
We have gotten a chance to interview him. He had his first interview on Get Him to the Metaverse just a few months ago, and we love the Figment XR team all over here. So shout out to them.
Yes.
And this is just showing you someone who is very skilled, of course, in Figment XR, being able to create and transform their entire room now because of spatial anchors, now because of co-location, now because of things to where you can actually have multiple people in the same space with you as you digitally change things.
Yeah.
This allows you to do decorating in your room, let your kids paint in the room without actually having a mess. Like,
There you
it's
go.
really powerful, and this is just the beginning. So this is like something that lives inside the app. But
Yeah.
we know coming for the Quest, there's a new augment system that was teased at Connect that's going
Yes.
to have the things that actually anchor to your actual home. And every time you put your Quest on, let's say in when you walk in the room in your kitchen, you want to have a TV screen with the sports on. You want to have a karaoke mic that looks out to certain people, and you want weather widgets and cooking widgets by the kitchens by the stove. You can have all of that, right? But then when you go into your living room, you can have something completely different. When you go into your office, you can have something completely. This is going to change everything, and mixed reality allows you to do that. Joy, is this something you want to continue to do with your room? Because we decked your room out, but what about in mixed reality?
Yes, absolutely. To be able to let your imagination run wild, whatever creativity that you're feeling that particular day, I would absolutely love to do this, and I encourage everybody to just let their creativity out.
Yeah.
Just redecorate.
I'm looking forward to the day, and I know it's going to come with a lot of privacy concerns. I'm looking forward to the day when, because we're getting here's the part what people don't really understand is that the room is being 3D scanned with your Quest 3.
Mhm.
So you're
Yes,
just
it is.
getting mesh data, it's getting all kind of cool stuff, and right now it's local to your device. I would like the option. I know a lot of people privacy wise would not, but I would like the option to at least be able to opt in to be able to share my 3D mesh with other friends and family. So when they come into my home, they can actually see
Mm.
the my room, and I can decorate it. Maybe I'll repaint the walls in 3D because it's not gonna be able to get everything just right. But maybe I can say, okay, well, this is a wall, that's a wall, that's a wall. Now make all my walls clouds. Now
Now
make my
listen,
couch. Here we
uh,
go. What
going
you
into
got?
the future, going into like 2050, 2060,
Okay,
we might get to the point, it might be even sooner than that, but we get to the point where we have some type of glasses, nothing that's too bulky or whatever, and
absolutely.
all you would have in your house would be spatial anchors to where people would see all of this stuff, and all you would have to decorate your house is with those things, not
See,
physical things,
that and
you know?
that was the capture. That's what captured most of us when we were talking about the 2021 keynote where Mark Zuckerberg talked about the metaverse, and he was really speaking about how we're going to get to a point where we're going to have these small glasses that look normal, but when you walk into houses, there won't be paintings up anymore. There won't be TV screens, computer screens, things like that. Everything's going to be just like regular. And then when you put glasses on, my couch is going to be a dragon that has seat cushions in it. All right. My TV is going to be the entire wall surface. The paintings are going to change depending on who walks into the room, and the floor is going to be lava, so don't touch it. Like, that's going to be the level of it. And the kids, when they put their glasses on, be Barney and all the other, look, we be out of touch with the kids
Listen,
stuff because,
listen, if you in the hood, you ain't got to have nothing to steal.
oh, look, now that's a whole word.
That's revolutionary for the
That's a
hood.
look, all I can do is steal your glasses. But what I'm trying to tell you guys that when we see glasses, AR glasses in like places like 7-Eleven, you know how you can go buy. This is what I've been speaking to people about. When I say
Yeah.
we're not at the place yet where AR and VR are there, but we're gonna get to a point where you're actually gonna be able to go walk into a gas station the same way you can now to go buy a cell phone from a gas station. You're gonna be able to go buy AR glasses like while you're buying a stick of gum, while you're buying a cold drink. That's how this stuff is going to come. It's going to replace everything we have. Screens, TVs, monitors. You're going to get in your car. The display's not going to even be there. It's just going to show up all in front of you, and it's going to be co-located. It's going to be really, really cool. And that's what Figment is trying to show. It's trying to show us the future of what that looks like, as well as not only bringing things in, but bringing people into your room. So there's been this new trend now. Now, me and Joy has been doing this since the Quest Pro, where we bring our digital selves into our room. We did this with our good
Yeah.
friend Don Allen. Shout out to him. We did this, I want to say, like last year,
Last year.
late last year, like November 2022,
Listen,
where
time is passing by.
it,
All the stuff is just mashing together,
absolutely.
and It's just a big blur, but shout out to
Yes.
Don.
Shout out to Don. So we literally brought him into our room. Like he couldn't actually physically see the room, but on the video, it looks like he's sitting on my seat. Joy's sitting on the couch in the room right back here. And we were all in my room. And now that's become even bigger with the Quest 3. And as you can see, people have found a way to figure out how to key out colors thanks to Virtual Desktop's new update that you can get on the Quest 2, Quest 3, and Quest Pro. And you can key out certain colors of a game. And now that game comes into your room. So someone went to VR chat and found a way to go into a dark club, key out that darkness, and bring the rave party into their actual home. Okay, like that is absolutely insane. But this is where we're going, where you're gonna have a Christmas party and Christmas gathering, but no one's gonna be there. It's just gonna be you and maybe me and Joy and our family gonna be gathered around the table. That is just digital. I think that's gonna be really cool. You have any other thoughts about that?
I'm looking forward to it all.
Come on.
I feel like I am really in this experimental mode of really wanting to see how everything works and just want to try everything. So
Absolutely.
I want to try this.
Absolutely. And look, we have the new virtual desktop update is clean. Yes, it
Okay.
absolutely is. Still Your Glasses has your whole entertainment system. Absolutely. Okay. Like we just gonna steal glasses now. That's what we gonna do. We not even having to come into your house no more. We just taking your glasses. One of the last things I want to talk about and touch on is not just games, not just ways to transform your room, but how to get things done. How, pun intended. Get things done and work in VR. So here's an application, Archeo. It's a building application, kind of like where you can actually scope out builds and different things like that in the headset. And now you can bring in co-located other people. So me and Joy, we're in the same house. She can come in the room while we're having a meeting with two other people as we're looking at a 3D model and building. And this is going to change the way people work. Okay,
Yeah.
mixed reality changed the way we work. We already saw things like workrooms, immersed, and things like that. Well, this is taking it to another level where architectural people can actually build in headset or build or bring in particular models and say, all right, let's scale this up in our living room and walk around it to see what it looks like before we actually go out and build this in the real world or build it in for the metaverse. And I think that's going to change everything as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the thing that comes to mind is the what you call that, the Iron Man, when he's building out the stuff and you have all
Absolutely.
that in there. But yeah, this would save a lot of money. This saves people a lot of money on resources and whatnot to be able to just do this. Incredible. Love it.
Yes, and it's one of those things where we think about all of these perspectives, and this is still early days, y'all. It's still extremely early. I don't know, we've if you go on our social medias, you're gonna see tons of mixed reality game videos. You're gonna see tons of mixed reality videos because we've been doing it now for about a year. When we got the Quest Pro, we jumped headstrong into mixed reality. So we're not new to this. We're true to this. All right.
Hey.
But it's really something I think seeing so many people, like even ESPN just recently shared TurboTech's
Yeah.
video. So shout out to him again for what he was watching, an immersive game while he was also doing some work. People are just blown away by the most simplest forms of this stuff. And there's things we've been testing, we've been seeing behind the scenes that's blowing our minds. That's on a whole other level. So get ready. Mixed reality literally changes everything. Oh man, we got a super chat from our friend Game and Drinks. First of all, he said, sorry I missed it. Oh man, it's all good. You can join the
That's okay.
replay game. You can join the replay game, man. He said I missed the whole show, but you didn't miss the end. Okay.
You
You got
did.
your
We're glad to
special
have you here.
you got your special shout out, man. So this has been incredible. Joy, any last words you want to give to the audience before we head out tonight?
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us. And look, this mixed reality thing is something serious. So if you haven't dabbled into it yet, make sure you get into it because look, it was going to blow your mind and it has so much more coming. JDun, what about you?
Listen, mixed reality changes everything. It's going to change the way we think, move, and act in a whole lot of ways. So go ahead and jump on the train now. Don't wait till the battle is over to shout. You can
Come on.
shout right now. Okay, that's a church reference for those who don't know. All right, but we appreciate every single one of you taking the time. We never ever take for granted every single one of you tuning in to Get Into the Metaverse. I go by Price. We love you too. We appreciate
love all y'all.
everyone
who
stuck with us. Fox you cha. Okay, we appreciate you, brother. We go get that name right the next time. Fox you cha. Okay, but it has been incredible. I'm ready to get back in the headset and get back into mixed reality and have a great time. Make sure you guys are following us on the Quest platform so we can get some gaming in, so that we can have a game night with the fam and just
like and subscribe to this.
That go without saying. That go without saying.
Make sure you do it though. Hit that.
Make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're hitting the like. Make sure you're subscribing, because it helps this podcast get the metaverse to every other person around the world. And we will see you next time on Get 'em to the Metaverse.
Bye,
Peace.
y'all.